How to be a creative thinker. How to speak so that people want to listen. How to memorize better. How to overcome loneliness. What if I told you that there is one thing that can help you achieve all of the above? And no, it's not meditation, exercises, or mindfulness. I'd say it's a quiet act of time travel, mind merging, and mental transformation, all happening invisibly in your brain, and not so many people doing it to date. I'm talking about reading books, and I hope this is not your reaction. One of the great philosophers of all time, Denis Diderot, once said, "People stop thinking when they cease to read." In modern world, built for speed, reading feels slow. Our brains are constantly overstimulated. 15-second videos, flashing notifications, non-stop content. We are flooded with information. But what about meaning? And in that storm, reading looks, so to say, outdated. But here's what we're missing. Reading is not just another hobby. It's a full brain workout and food for your soul. It's literally rewiring how we think and how we feel. Some of the world's top leaders and influencers all carve out time to read. Why? Because it gives them an edge. It sharpens critical thinking, boosts creativity, and improves decision-making. Reading isn't old-fashioned. It's high performance. So what exactly are the benefits of reading, especially fiction? First, reading sharpens your thinking. We think in language. The more language you absorb, especially through fiction, the more complex and flexible your inner voice becomes. Every story you read trains your mind to see situations from different angles. Reading literature helps develop a broader worldview, clearer thinking, and deeper understanding. Today, we increasingly replace the process of thinking with algorithmic repetition. We repeat what is given to us and begin to see that as intelligence, the ability to follow rules and fit into predefined patterns. But real thinking is always a paradox. It's always about breaking the algorithm, going beyond it. True thought is born precisely in the moment when you step outside the familiar. That's exactly how fiction literature works. It's built on paradoxes. Take any classic author and you'll find that their characters are placed in situations where they must make decisions instantly, choices that either save their lives or their souls. Science has shown that it is through language that new neural connections are formed. Where there is only repetition and pre-laid paths, there is no thinking. That's not thought. It's the mindless march of sheep to the slaughter. The origin of what we now call high literature is deeply rooted in religion and myth. And myth is directly tied to the symbol. As one philosopher once said, the symbol is a mathematical function with infinite meanings. When a person reads a literary text, they enter this infinite world of meaning, not a utilitarian one, where things are simply right or wrong. That's why reading fiction breaks your everyday logic and wakes you up from the sleep of the ordinary. Next, reading breaks the cycle of routine. Daily life can feel repetitive, but fiction injects novelty into your everyday routine. Even something as mundane as your commute becomes an adventure when you're immersed in a book. Fiction stimulates the brain with new ideas and perspectives, triggering the release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This helps you escape monotony and find joy in everyday moments. The thing is, when you open a book, you step into a portal. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between real and imagined experience. It takes fiction personally. Reading helps you overcome loneliness. Books connect you with other minds. When you read, you enter someone else's world, their thoughts, emotions, struggles. In times of isolation or hardship, remembering stories or poetry can offer comfort and companionship. Fiction reminds us that our emotions are shared, and that we are not alone in our experiences. It helps you shift your focus. You stop being overwhelmed by your own emotions. You start to see them from a distance. That's the healing function of literature. Reading trains your brain and boosts creativity. Studies show that regular reading improves memory, strengthens neural connections, and even delays cognitive decline. Just as physical training strengthens your body, reading fiction exercises your brain, especially your divergent thinking, the ability to approach problems in multiple ways. Literature presents varied solutions in life's big questions, like love, loss, and ambition, helping you develop creative problem-solving skills useful in all areas of life. What's actually happening while we are reading is that you are slowing your brain down enough to focus deeply. And that deep focus is what makes us human. It's what gives us original ideas. It's what let us imagine a world better than the one we are in. And remember, you don't read a book, you co-create it. A book is half written by the author and half lived by the reader. Your memories, emotions, and imagination shape every page into something uniquely yours. Reading builds emotional intelligence. Fiction allows you to experience life through someone else's eyes. This builds empathy, a key skill in communication, negotiation, and leadership. Great authors like Tolstoy or Flaubert reveal how emotions arise and evolve, giving us insights into ourselves and others. Understanding these emotional patterns makes you not only a better reader, but a better human. Literature teaches beautiful and figurative speech. The literary language is another kind of language, a higher one that speaks to you not on the level of the mundane, but demands that you rise above your own nature. Want to express your thoughts beautifully and figuratively? You need fiction. The fact is that any text is a certain system of signs. It consists of ideas, symbols, images, and verbal forms. The more such combinations you have encountered, the easier it becomes for you to build your own speech. This can be compared to a musician. Do you think that he immediately begins to improvise masterfully? Not at all. First, he studies many melodies to understand how to improvise. And only then he creates his own compositions. It is the same with lyrics. When you read fiction, you should not just skim and follow the plot. The plot is secondary. There are about up to 10 plots in general. They are constantly revoked and repeated. In literature, it is not the what that is so important, but how. It is how a work is written that makes it valuable, how the author constructs images, how he frames the thought, how he conveys feelings. That is what deserves your attention. If you see an interesting fragment, highlight it, rewrite it, think about how this phrase is constructed. Gradually begin to introduce such expressions into your speech, and you will be surprised how quickly it will be enriched. Speaking interestingly is an art, and it is fiction that can teach this. Reading brings ecstatic joy and is the path to immortality. Ecstatic pleasure is more than just dopamine. It's something much deeper. It can lead us to a sense of immortality. Consider Dante's Divine Comedy. Dante and Virgil lived 1,300 years apart, but in the book they're friends, talking, traveling through hell together. They support one another. That's the miracle of literature. It erases time. The living speak with the dead and both feel real. So why should you read? To grow, to rise above yourself. If you truly want to improve yourself, fiction trains the mind. It unlocks emotion, and it expands your consciousness beyond the ordinary. When you sell a man a book, you don't sell him just 12 ounces of paper and ink and glue. You sell him a whole new life.